Snake oil salesman. It's a phrase that's been around for a while, usually referring to someone who's dishonest, a con artist, a trader of fake medicines, a grifter. But have you ever wondered where the term came from? There was this man named Clark Stanley who traveled around America selling rattlesnake oil through what are known as medicine shows. Large crowds would gather as Stanley claimed his snake oil, based on Chinese water snake oil, could cure all sorts of ailments known to man. Only this wasn't true at all. And when Stanley's rattlesnake oil was examined in 1916, it was found to have no snake oil in it at all. It was worthless. From then on, the phrase snake oil salesman has been around in pop culture, depicted as a salesman that would go from town to town peddling their cures to the vulnerable. These people have existed all throughout time with a different pitch or version of the same scheme, but it's the methods, the tools of influence that remain constant. I believe I was roped into the modern internet version of snake oil salesman, the online guru that would set ridiculously high expectations around their products, despite the product largely not being able to fulfill on those expectations. The scam isn't an online course, but the salesman's marketing around it. And here I am again, wondering why I, or anyone for that matter, falls for something like this. So I decided to take a look at some of the snake oil salesmen of the not so distant past, and I came across infomercials, the 80s answer to medicine shows.
The dream of financial success.
Thanks to Gary Cochran, I've made over $4,000.
Checks, money orders, and major credit cards are accepted.
Let Gary Cochran show you how to get a second paycheck Hawaiian style.
These are infomercials, and they became huge in the 1980s and 90s. They're essentially program-length commercials that can last anywhere from 28 minutes to 60 minutes in length, usually airing outside of primetime hours. We're talking 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. A lot of infomercials promoted legitimate products, sometimes with a celebrity backing it, but they also attracted a ton of questionable products, individuals, and marketing tactics. Throughout the program, watchers would be presented with a toll-free number to call to place their order for the advertised product. For a snake oil salesman, this was the new medicine show. Motivational and personal development products ran rampant, and along with it came get-rich-quick infomercials. This man was called Don Lapre, a self-proclaimed king of infomercials.
I found tiny classified ads, and I placed those ads in around 1,000 other newspapers around the country. That's how I generated over $50,000 a week.
And guess what? He promised that you could too.
I don't care who you are, I don't care where you live, I don't care how much money you have. Anyone with a lick of sense can do this. I got a system. This system.
Just how easy it is.
Easily.
It's just too easy to be real.
And here's where we notice the patterns begin to emerge. Lapre promises 4 essential things: that you can get rich, that it can happen quickly, and that anyone can do it. And he has a system that can help you. Don Lapre was selling 3 programs, each supposedly teaching people how to run tiny classified ads in newspapers and make a profit from it. But the truth is this: most people buying these programs wouldn't have been able to generate the sort of money that Lapre was promising, because making a profit from classified ads was not as easy as Lapre was making them out to be. And consider the obvious here: Lapre was making money from selling the programs on the infomercials, not through tiny classified ads. But remember the patterns, because get-rich-quick schemes promise the same things over and over again.
A step-by-step system. And then I finally developed a system.
Pretty easy to do if you just follow my system step by step.
It's not that you can't make money through real estate or classified ads. It's that the way in which these programs are marketed are completely polar opposite to the realities of what they're trying to sell. Snake oil had its benefits, but it was by no means a miracle cure. When I look back at the internet gurus that I knew of, I see the exact same patterns emerging. The promise of a business model like dropshipping, but packaged and marketed in such a way that'll leave someone thinking that it's an easy gig.
How would you like to make an extra $1,000 a month for doing absolutely nothing, even for the most average of people?
You then apply standard marketing techniques to further influence your audience. Social proof is one example, which is created by using ordinary citizens or figures of authority as testimonials for how great the program is.
But you don't have to take just my word for it.
Without Gary's course, we would be bankrupt.
You know, without a doubt, it worked. Absolutely, everybody would be successful that uses Gary's course.
They often included a backstory on how they were once poor and became rich, making sure that it relates as much as possible to their target audience.
Let me tell you my situation. situation. I needed more cash. My bills exceeded my income. Am I the only one with that problem? I doubt it.
In my case, I was desperate for money. I wanted to make my parents proud. I felt like working a 9-to-5 meant I was a failure. My vulnerability is what roped me into this world. And all the while, I was sat there thinking that I was the clever one, that I had taken the red pill, whilst others around me couldn't see what I saw in the gurus that I followed. Now, these schemes were centered around the idea of teaching someone how to get rich quick. But unfortunately, infomercials and the gurus I encountered are only the tip of the iceberg that are get rich quick schemes. Because trust me, things get a lot more darker from here.